This will be a Kung Fu push-up tutorial. I've been doing push-up for almost my whole life. Many decades, I've been doing push-ups. And, there's so many different ways to do a push-up, so many different variations. And what ends up happening is when you get numbers focused, you want to try to do more, the form breaks down and it's not as clean, you go too fast, you don't really go full range. Your body starts, it's no longer erect and straight, it's just, you're dipping your hips down to the floor, you're dipping your hips up to rest a little bit, and it just gets messy. This tutorial I want to show you the right way to do it with good form. And it's important I see that with any exercise, you know how to do it with really good form, and then you also know how to cheat. Everybody knows how to cheat. I mean, it just comes natural to cheat when it comes to exercise. Like, you just find an easier way to do certain things so you don't have to work as hard. And that's what cheating is. And some people might call that efficiency. And that's kind of what combat is. It's like about efficiency. So a lot of cheating involved, using less energy, But the proper form in the push-up, I want to go over that so you at least know the right way to do it, and you can vary it up. Some days you do like really good form, other days you just go for speed and you just pop them out really quickly, not too worried about form. Okay, so what it is start off in a push-up position and keep your back straight. You can have your feet close together or you can have them far apart, apart, like shoulder width apart. I'm gonna have the shoulder width apart. Do not go this way. Do not put your hips down, like no push-ups like this. Do not put your hips up and go like this either. You have to be straight. And when you come down, your whole body comes down with you. It's not just like this. Okay? It's like your hips come down to the ground with you. And when you come back up, lock out the elbows. And that's another common way to cheat, is you don't really go full range. You don't lock out the elbows, you just kind of come like halfway like this. And that's like almost doing like a half push-up. So locking out the elbows, keeping the body straight, and going all the way down till your chin touches the ground while you look forward. So your chin and your chest is pretty much like touching the ground. Also, your arms are directly under your chest. They're not out here in front of you like this. You're not doing push-ups like that, but they're directly under you. Okay? So you're straight up aligned, like that. Okay? Your chin and your chest touches the ground. Your whole body's coming down to the floor. You're not dragging. You're not pushing up and then going like this. So we're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. We got to keep the whole body straight as we come down and up. Everything has to be still. See, there's so many mechanics involved. It's so hard to test. It's so hard to compare because everybody finds a way to cheat when they start getting tired. So I don't really like to test the push-up too much because there's so many ways to cheat. What I usually do is just kind of have a time limit, how many you could do in a minute with good form. And then we got speed push-ups where you could just go as fast as you can. But I like the ideal test to be is the bench press for the chest and triceps, because the bar touches your chest and you gotta come back up, lock out your elbows. It's pretty, it's a lot harder to cheat on the chest and on the bench press than it is in these push-ups. There's so many mechanics involved. You see, when people start getting tired, they'll come up like this, they'll rest like this. Sometimes people go like this. When they're resting, they'll just go like this and rest, and then they'll do another rep, then they'll rest. There's just so, and then they just go like super fast. They just drop down really fast and they pop back up, and they're not really doing the full range. Okay, so right now this is part of my exercise, so I'm just gonna do as many as I can with the best form that I possibly could do. Okay, and I'm just gonna switch it up a little bit by using my fingertips. Okay, because I like to do fingertip push-ups. What's nice about fingertip push-ups, it gives you fuller range because you got to go lower because you're higher up. Also works your fingers. So I'm going to try to do good form. You can watch for yourself and see my form. So that's me doing it with the best form that I can. I'm not concerned about how many I do right now. I'm not trying to test myself. I'm just trying to tire myself. So there's a difference, you know. When you're trying to beat records, you're gonna be so focused on the number that your form sacrifices. And that's why it's so hard to compare, because people's form breaks down. So as somebody that's administering the test, it's up to me to make sure that whoever's getting tested is keeping in the form that I'm looking for. But if you don't have anybody monitoring you in that way, you have to monitor yourself and basically be strict on yourself to make sure that you're doing good form, to ensure that you actually are getting stronger, opposed to just doing a few more reps because your form broke down and you sacrifice your form for speed, you know, or quantity. So that's the push-up tutorial, the basic push-up, and everything just goes off of that as far as all the variations are concerned. There's just like a bunch of variations in the push-ups. And just work hard towards getting really good form. Even if you do 10 of them with good form, that's good. Opposed to just like doing like 40 of them where you're pretty much not doing anything, where it looks silly, where it's people would laugh at you saying that you're doing push-ups. You know, because literally I've seen people literally in the Guinness Book of World Records where they're saying, oh, you know, this person did like 3,000 push-ups or whatever the case may be, and then you see the video and then he's literally like that, and it's just like silliness. That's why I like the bench press, because it's like the bar's over you, you gotta touch your chest and come back up, lock the elbows. It's a lot harder to cheat on that than with the push-ups. People just do all sorts of silly things, and it's up to us to really make sure that we know how to do it right. You know, so that's the push-up tutorial for today.